relationship, I'm going to talk about the relationship between me and my husband. Okay, we have been married for over 30 years. So I think marriage to me is an empty box that you have to put a lot of things in there, including love, devotion, sacrifice, commitment, in order for you to get something out of it.
Relationship, if you mean marriage, I think it's a long-term commitment for a person to share his life or her life with the other party, living together, sharing the same happiness, emotion, and lifestyle, and reaching the same goal for two persons and not just one person's interests.
Yeah.
What happens when someone breaks that commitment?
It all falls apart, I guess.
What's the most important thing to you in a relationship?
Stay faithful and just trust each other.
In a serious relationship right now, it's almost been 2 years, so it has its ups and downs, but it's been good.
Has that commitment ever been broken? Or trust ever been broken?
I'll say a little, but I got my magic touch where I can,
What do you feel would be the one thing that would make you want to break up?
I would say if it had to deal with family issues or if I'm not progressing as we go along.
Okay. What is the most important thing in a relationship?
I would say trust. If you can't trust nobody, because you're always going to love someone, but if you can't trust a person, then there's no use of being in a relationship.
Yes.
What happens when the commitment or trust is broken?
It definitely shakes up the relationship and, questions begin to get asked.
What do you feel is the most important thing in a relationship?
Honesty.
Honesty?
Yes.
And what do you feel is the number one thing that would make you break up with someone?
The breaking of that honesty.
Okay.
I think universally emotionally, people looking for the same type of relationship. However, in different cultures, there are different type of social structure. Traditionally, and I think in most societies, there are different roles for female and male in terms of relationship. In male-dominated society, I think female are expected to perform a certain role, subordinate to man. However, in a more advanced society, I think the people who are both female and male are looking for a more equal relationship.
Yeah, in my culture, being a Polynesian, a Tongan, we have a lot of cultural differences besides the American way. So everything is based on family values. Everything is based on trust and knowing one's family and knowing another family, and to see if you guys will get along or not.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Different perspective, but I think that, we're all relatively the same when it comes to relationships with other people.
Okay. Do you feel that the man or the woman usually has the upper hand in relationships?
I guess that depends on the culture. For some people, it's, the women is viewed as the upper hand, or I guess in America it would be more of the man.
Okay.
I think it does, but not necessarily. I don't, but I think it does to some other people.
How has your culture affected your relationship?
It really hasn't, actually.
I think every cultural view, everybody has their different views, but I think they value the relationship are the same.
Yeah, I believe that dating outside of what you're used to, especially in terms of the culture, can be hard, but that's just a test of a great relationship, because once you get over those hurdles, you realize it's just a part of the relationship. It doesn't make the whole relationship. It just makes a certain part of it, and when you can compromise, maybe sacrifice, or work together, then you know that it's a strong bond and it's a relationship worth fighting for.
Being with one person and only one person.
Okay. Are you
Committed to that person?
staying with someone in a long-term relationship? Not cheating on them, being faithful to them, being honest, being true.
You can go first.
I have less commitment, so you go first.
Commitment is a bond between two people, promising that they'll be faithful and do right with one another. And I feel everyone in every relationship has a different level of commitment. Obviously, there's more commitment in a marriage, but all relationships should value commitment as a whole. And some people have more commitment issues, and it's harder for them to commit. And I guess that just takes patience from the other partner until they can get on the same page and level. What does commitment mean to you, Rudy?
What Kylie said.
It means a strong feelings towards a second person, another person.
I think it means like sex, like intimate, like one another together. So
Intimacy is, I say it would be taking one's beauty away. Because I believe in intimacy after being married. But if you to do that before marriage, I think you're taking away the beauty of a person, especially a woman. So,
I'm a strong believer in commitment. Ever since we started going out and we made things official, I didn't believe in seeing other people because we made this commitment to each other and we had to be faithful and we had to test our trust for one another. So as far as commitment goes, I think it's a really big thing. I think that once you're in a relationship and you've established that, okay, we are in a serious relationship, we're trying to see it to the end, that's when it should be, that's when commitment should be a top priority. Otherwise, if you're just dating and if you still have doubts or you're still sitting in the relationship or if it's new, you should be able to see what else is out there for you.
Kylie, what does it mean to you?
I would like you to answer first on this one.
Define intimacy.
No, it's up to you for your definition for intimacy.
Everyone has a different definition.
Intimacy, I would say maybe love that a couple shares together in a relationship.
I think intimacy is two things, physical and emotional. Physical, holding hands and sex. And then emotional would be telling each other very personal and deep and emotional things that are very private and kept within the relationship. Now, since you guys are in a long distance relationship, does that make intimacy and commitment more difficult?
Definitely. It is so hard to show how you feel about the other person, and all you have is words and emails. That's all you have. So I try my hardest to show how I feel with words, and you learn more about yourself doing that too.
And since intimacy is normally categorized as more than just words in general, do you feel a lack of that since you don't get to see her as often?
Yes, I do have my weak moments, but you know, most people define intimacy as sex or, you know, being close with somebody physically. And I feel that I need that, but it's not really, that's not all that you need in a relationship. Usually it's more about communication and understanding somebody and how, you know, you look into their eyes and know who they are. And I feel that that's more important than having the sex. And I feel like if you can go through a relationship for a whole year without having sex, then that person should be the one for you.